And welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. I'm sorry for this background. My comforter is in the wash, so it kind of looks a little crazy, and I look like I've got a skylight. I'm filming this at night, so the lighting isn't as good as it could be. I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to make sure that I got this video out for you, so I hope you don't mind. So this is my April TBR. I came so close to almost calling it my March TBR. I'm still convinced it's March, even though I know it's not. But I picked 10 books, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're in kind of no particular order. You know how usually I'm going to pick equal amounts. Honestly, I just looked at my bookshelf and I tried to pick a bunch from a different selection. I really didn't pay attention to how many I chose from each group. I just was like, pick what you want to read this month and go from there. So I picked 10 books. And I'm going to share them with you. Woohoo! They're in no particular order. Obviously, like I said, I just picked them out of my shelf. So the first book I'm going to be reading is Born of Illusion by Teri Brown. Already started it. So far, I'm really enjoying it. And, yep, no more explanation needed. The next book I'm going to be reading is Plague by Michael Grant. This is the fourth book in the Gone series. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I think this is the fourth book. And I'm really excited because when I hauled this video, I don't think I didn't realize it at the time, but I got a signed copy of this book, so I'm really excited for that and just to continue on with the series. The next book I want to read is Hallowed by Cynthia. I know I don't have Boundless, so I'm probably gonna bang myself on the head when I finish this one. But I've just kind of been dreaming about this book. You know how that is when a book just calls to you and is like, read me, read me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read you. The next book is another book that's honestly been calling me and dreaming and everything, but I was like, no, you can't read it yet. So this month I'm going to let myself read it. And that is Easy by Tammara Weber. I've kind of been craving that romanciness. So obviously I've been wanting to read this one. So this will be my first step into new adult. And so that should be very interesting because like I've said before, I really like adult romance. YA romance I'm not the hugest fan of, like the contemporary, so it should be interesting to see if I like this new adult section. The next book I want to read is The Woman Who Wasn't There by Robin Gaby Fisher and Angelo J. Guillermo Jr. I'm just calling him Guillermo. I don't actually know if that's what it's called. I just hauled this recently, and it's another one just been calling me. I figured it would be a change from all the fiction that I've been reading lately. The next book I want to read is Friends, Lovers, Chocolate by Alexander McCall Smith. This is the second book to the Philosophy Club. I read that over a year ago, I want to say, and I really despised that book actually. I have a whole video of myself ranting about it, but I've had this book too, and I just feel like it's time to just suck it up and get it over with. I don't plan on continuing the series. I just feel like I need to read it, especially because I do plan on keeping this. Even though it's 50 cents, I could easily just donate it back, but I just really like the cover. So I'm going to read it. The next book is another book that I'm going to hit myself in the head for reading now, but that's okay, and that is Wicked by Shepard. This is the 5th book in the Pretty Little Liars series. I just want to continue it. It's just really fun. So I might read this more towards the end of the month, so it'll be closer to my book buying ban being over. But yeah, so then my next book that I want to read is A.B.C. Murders by Agatha Christie. This book I also just hauled. I'm just really in the mood for a mystery, and I thought that this would be interesting to pick up. The next book I want to read is Rage by Julianne Peters. Another one that I just want to read. There's no real reason, rhyme or reason to wanting to read it. I just want to. And the cover's really awesome. So why not? And then the last book that I want to read this month so far is Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister by Gregory Maguire. just another one that I've had for a while, and I just kind of want to read it and see what it entails. So those are the 10 books that I have. 5 plus 5 is 10. That I plan on reading this month. There's other books that I would love to get to if I have the time. Just honorable mentions, I guess you can say, which is kind of like my, there's really only one that I can think of. Actually, no, there's two. So there's The Hero's Guide to Storming Your Castle by Christopher Hewley. That's another one that I've been kind of dreaming about lately. And The Cuckoo's Calling by J.K. Rowling. Those are the two books that are kind of my honorable mentions as of right now that I would really like to get to if I have time. But if you have any thoughts about those books or any other books that you think I should read that I already own, let me know down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.